explain some of the concepts that I was talking about in all my videos, but especially the previous one on finding the teacher within you. So I've got a sheet of paper here. What I want to do is divide the sheet of paper into two areas. One, I want to call the manifest. And the manifest is the manifest world that we see. And I want to take the other side of this paper and that is the unmanifest. So between the manifest and the unmanifest, I'm going to draw a line. And this line has some wiggles in it. Some of these wiggles are small. There's many more wiggles than I can draw. But here's some wiggles on this line. So these wiggles are the interface between the manifest and the unmanifest. And actually these wiggles are what we would call people. So for the purpose of this illustration, let's say that history, recorded history, follows the direction that we typically run it in our language, in Western culture anyhow, going from left to right. And actually this line should be up here because there is no time in the manifest. What you have in the unmanifest is just wholeness, completeness, any symbols that you can think of for the unmanifest. So what happens is each of these lines, the larger the line is, the more concentration of being the root of all existence is being. So if there's a lot of being, a lot of presence in a person, we might call that person a saint. Somebody who is really in touch with being. So we could say that maybe this was Abraham, who believed God. And we could say that this is Isaiah, and this could be Jesus. This could be Muhammad. And we'd have all other kinds of lines in here. Just before Jesus, we would have the Buddha. And we would have different personages and different saints from all cultures manifesting in this line. So when being comes through, it manifests as us, like fingers pushing against a flexible membrane. So for any person, if you look at yourself and if you believe that's what is on the manifest side of this line is what's real, well, everything you can see is your body, and what you perceive is your mind, and especially your ego for a lot of people, that this projection that appears in the manifest is all that they're really tuned into. And what the great masters have been telling us, and here's an example, when Jesus said, "Before Abraham was, I am." And at that point in the Bible, they wanted to kill him. So what he was saying is not just that, well, he certainly wasn't saying that as a man, Jesus, he lived before Abraham. But what he was saying is that I am, which all of this is the I am. The core of your being is the I am. Before Abraham was, I am was in Abraham. I am is in you. Before Abraham was, what do you get when you go back all the way over here? You still have the I am. So the problem with us is that we become so attached to time and to the manifestations that when a prophet or a saint or somebody comes along and reaches out to the people delivering wisdom, we believe that it's that person who's the greatest one, or that person is the final word. And really what all of them were saying is that the reality from which they have the core of their being is the same one being. There is only one being here, like one ocean, in individual manifestations, appearing as individual faces, eyes, hands, and feet. But the reality of who you are inside, we're all connected. We are all the same divine being, manifesting in different ways, manifesting in different times, in different places. So all of these great prophets and teachers were here to tell us to look within. The kingdom of the heavens is within you. Don't wait until you die to try and find heaven. You can find heaven right now because that is where the place of being is, the center and reality of being. And this is also a way that you can tell whether or not a teacher or a guru is a genuine teacher. Do they orient you to connecting with this reality of being inside yourself? Or are they very focused on their little blip, their outward image, how important they are, how much they can help you, how much you need to listen to them, how much you need to change your life in order to follow their teachings? All of the great yogis, all of the great spiritual masters were there to plug people and reorient people back into this core of being. I hope you enjoyed this. Many blessings to you.